Well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How you doing this fine weekend? Well, I want to talk about a model kit that when it was first announced, I was really excited. And then I built it, and it had a little thing that ticked me off. And I was never going to do it again, but the heck with it. I got another one. This Black Widow kit. Let's talk about this kit. It's just been gnawing at my mind, and I felt like I needed one. And I got this one gifted to me, so we're gonna talk about it. So you can see it's still in the plastic here, so we're gonna open it up and look at it. And forgive me, I think I'm going to raise the camera up a little bit, get some garbage out of the way, so it gives you the illusion that I have a nice clean workspace, which this is about all I have with free workspace. If you saw my 8-foot table, you can't move anywhere. But anyway, so we're going to talk about this. I told this story about this model kit and why I got so excited when they announced this. What was it, some 12 years ago, 11 years ago? I think this came out in, what's it say? Yeah, 2009. Holy mackerel. So it was about 2008 when they said, hey, they're doing this. And I just went nuts because I had a model kit back in the mid-80s, or a model idea I got back in the mid-80s when I saw a certain car in Hot Rod, and I did that model of that car in Hot Rod magazine when this kit finally came out. And right there, it was that video. Go back and look at it. It's one of my Luka's builds, and I'll have a link at the end of this video, so I won't go and tell you the whole story about it. You go watch it there, but it's pretty interesting how that all came about. Because of this kit, I was finally able to realize a model building dream that I had after decades of trying to do it. So I was really happy with it. But before we look at this and I show what really ticked me off and put me off of this kit, how I didn't really want it, real quick, just to show you how serious I was, I took this kit. Remember this old version? I love this version of, this is basically the pepper shaker. But when I got into building model cars in the mid-80s, this was the version that was out. I love this box art. It's special to me. I built this car. It's in one of my junkyard boxes. It's popped up in a video here and then. My original build of this. I really loved the 57 Chevy a lot, and this was a cool build. And then I picked up this probably in the late 80s, if you remember this version of the old flip nose. And I'm going to show you something I did with these two kits, trying to make a Black Widow, whatever. I was gonna, I didn't know what I was doing. So I cut the roof off. All we need is the body. So let's take this body out. I bet you didn't think that this video was gonna go in this direction, huh? Well, that's what happens when you're a part of the whole Luka Cee nightmare here. You have to deal with some stories, and this is a cool story. So this happened in about like 1989. Okay, so I took the old pepper shaker here, and I thought, well, here we go. We get rid of that right here. I couldn't use this because it had this wonky rear wheel well job, and I thought if I just cut the roof off of these two kits, and then I could just go bing bang boom, and I would have myself a 2-door hardtop post, whatever you call them, coupe, I don't know, sedan, that's what they are. They're a sedan. And I thought it would work. That's kind of cool seeing those two colors together. But not knowing 57 Chevys that well as I would now, or cars or whatever, there's a lot more differences than, you can't just take the 2-door post roof and put it onto the hardtop, whatever terminology is. non-post car, it just won't work. And so it was a struggle. And I got to thinking, if I wouldn't have done this, I was thinking of gluing this back on, and then I was just gonna kind of cut this quarter panel out and replace it with this quarter panel, and then I'd get this, because this was the thing, I could make this body work, I thought, that. But you know what? It became one of those deals that got put back in the box and forgotten. Maybe one day I'll get back to it. And I was thinking, you know, after a while, this kit went out of production, so for a long time those were very hard to find. And then I was like kind of wanting them, and I bought one here and then, but I didn't want to cut it up. I wanted to actually build it as a flip nose gasser. And you know, well, heck, man, I didn't want to try to take that on. Every once in a while there'd be some resin bodies, but then I kind of would think about that. One day we'll figure something out and I'll build that model. But then, thank you, Revell. You answered my dreams. You were coming out with not only a two-door post 57 Chevy, but it was a fuel-injected Black Widow, which is what I was building. So it basically has everything I need in here to build that actual car that I wanted to build. Then I got building it, and there's fine kit, love it, and I wanted to get more of these, but I'm building it, and there was one thing that really irritated me, that really turned me off the whole model kit. And I said, you know what? I enjoyed it. I was happy with my build. It looked great. It's one of my favorite model builds. I really enjoyed it, but this one thing put me off so much I was never going to buy this kit again. But then the kit, you know, was always around, and then it wasn't around anymore. Then all of a sudden, like in the past year or so, I've been hankering for one, and they go for so much money sometimes. It's crazy. I wonder if Revell will ever put it back out. Maybe, but I've been hoping. And I says, I really would like to have another one. I want to take another crack at this car. I got an idea. I just been wanting to do a tubbed 57 Chevy drag car, and, you know, a drag car. I just like posts better than the hard top. So let's open this up, and I'll show you what it irritates me. But first, I want to say something. Yeah. I got to tell you this. You saw at the beginning of this video, you know, I'm always doing little promos for model shows and, you know, friends of mine that are involved with, or like the swap meet. And you saw we have a swap meet that takes place a couple times a year here. It's a plastic model flea market, actually. You saw it in the beginning. And it's done by my very, very, very good old friend, Mike Chella. And, of course, he's got his buddy that you've seen many times, and my old pal, Big Bob. You're not scared, are you? The Mustang guy, you know, he's you've seen him a ton of times in videos. You've seen both those guys in the Model Car Mafia videos. Anyways, last meeting, you know, they knew I wanted this. He had gotten a big collection, Mike had. They both knew I wanted this kit, and they came in and brought it to me. And Mike says, you can have this. Both of them. They went in on it, and they said, no, we want you to just have this because of all that you do for us. And it's like, well, you're friends of mine. I just do things for you. That's how it is. But that's cool. They're showing the gratefulness of me, you know, helping promote Mike's show and a little swap meet and whatnot, and a bunch of other things. Anyway, we're just good friends. So I had to say that about those guys. It meant a lot to me that they gave this to me, because I told him I wanted to buy one. He had a few of them in that collection, and I said, "Ooh, I want one." But yeah, they handed it to me and said, "It's yours. We want to give it to you." So we're gonna. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a bend in it. It's messing it up. Do I have a good thing? I have another. Mark Batson, my friend, Hobby Dude 007. I have two. Remember, if one doesn't work, I have another. 2 hobby knife.
Wait, what?
Oh, I love that. Just opening up a fresh new kit. But I'm not going to be like Marty and being he's like a surgeon, just opening up someone's chest. And take forever. I'm just going to tear this thing right off. There we go. Let's look at this. This is really a great kit. They did an outstanding job on it, but there was a decision made somewhere. And we're just going to go straight to the body. I'm sure you've seen this kit. If you turned on to this of wanting to look at this kit as an unboxing and checking it out. I'm sure there's other ones. I'm not going to go through that. This was more story time and me complaining. Not really complaining, but this actually might help some people out. And we're gonna play with this maybe in another video or maybe this video. But this is what, there it is. This is what drove me nuts. I hope you guys can see this. Look how the 57 Chevys with their beautiful lines. Just the lines are so beautiful. And they have this cool looking character line that goes down the top of the fender. And you have to have that. But if you look, can you see at the wisdom of the design team with the tooling on this side, there is a parting line so frickin' close to the damn character line. It is absolute misery to get rid of that without knocking this down. And I fought that, and I was angry and mad and angry. You can really see it bad on this one. Look at that. Oh, that is the worst parting line ever. Literally made me go, I'm not going to get another one of these. I don't want another one. I built my car I always wanted to build. I'm done with the 57 Chevy. The program director's coming. What, buddy? Okay, hold. Go ahead. Did you, hey, stop. All right, we guys. So I figured, the rest of the 57 Chevys in my lifetime that I'm going to build will just be, hard tops. I can't. I love this look. I just love that look in the 57 Chevy. And we just never had this except for that wonderful gas or flip nose, which I have a project going one of these days. I'm going to pull that one out and show you guys and get back on it, actually. But I wanted to do a drag car.
You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
As long as we got this out, we're going to do a little quick playing with and kind of show you my idea. I just want to do this, just a regular grassroots bracket racing guy, driving his 57 Chevy with big fat drag slicks in the back. And just go for that look. I kind of like them when they're not slammed. I like that super stocker look. It's like that. And just, oh yeah, big slick sticking out the back. And I want to keep this look, and I don't want to open that all up, and I just want this thing to just have a real aggressive stance. And I think that's going to be fun. Let's see, we've got a couple other, actually more want a tire maybe. This might be too big. Maybe a tire. And gotta have a wheel in the tire. Holy cow. Gotta have a wheel. Let's see if this wheel will work. That'll give us a good look. It might be too big of a wheel for this tire. I don't know. Yeah, that would probably work out better. I don't know. I got tons of slicks to play with. The old AMT slick, MPC AMT slick. That's always a favorite. But yeah, I want to do a really cool drag car with this. So Mike, Bob, thank you so much for this. I really appreciate that, man. I'm glad I got one now, because like I said, it put that line just put me off right there. I think I got an idea how to do this. We're going to cover this in an upcoming video. I'm going to get rid of that parting line, because you can see it just goes right from there, and you can really see it's really high up right there, and it's just yucky. Let's see, I'll get my fat finger out. Let's just give one more look at it. Right there. See that thing? It's really bad right there. That's just horrible. I don't know why they put it right there next to it. Almost would have been better if you would have put it like right on top of that line. I don't know if you can. Tooling's difficult. It's a weird thing. But, when they put together the molds on this, they put it like right on top, and you can see it goes across right here, which is kind of a pain to get rid of, but the parting line is right on the peak of that. If it was on the peak of it, it'd be easy to knock it off. But being right on the side there, oh, that's just horrible. That literally put me off of this model for years, and then I started regretting not picking up at least another one. That's it. That's my story. That's how we're doing it. And we don't want to be frustrated when we're building those models. What do we want to do? We build them because they're fun. Here's the producers.